guys, it's Jordan. Welcome back to another YouTube video. So I've been gone off YouTube for probably like a week or two, just because I just graduated and there's some bullshit going on like with YouTube, so I just wasn't posting till I figured that out. But I'm gonna just start the process of figuring that out on my own and just still keep posting because that's not fair to you guys for me to do that. So I had asked you guys to ask me some questions. I was supposed to do a Q&A a long time ago, but I just like making story times, but I don't want to make a story time today. So I was like, okay, let me just do a Q&A. I just came on here. If you watch my TikTok and you know, if you're really like a true supporter, you know, braids and a bonnet, that's my go-to. So I just came on here. I'm going to be real and just be myself because that's all I can do. So let's refresh my Instagram because I asked you guys to ask on Instagram. And let's look at some of these questions. Do you plan on going to college? Yes, I plan on going to UNLV, which is in Las Vegas, which is where I live. I got in, I got my scholarships. I just have to get a few things figured out so that I can, you know, attend my classes. But that is the plan so far with that. So hopefully that all goes well. When did you become popular on the internet and why do you think you became so popular? I really became popular probably within the last 4 months. So from February to June. And why do I think I became popular? Because I'm just myself. Like, you know, I come on here, I tell story times, I say jokes, I make relatable content that everybody can like relate to. Like, I'm just myself. I really think that's why I became like popular. I got the following that I got because everybody, not trying to like shit on nobody, but like a lot of people, they come on the internet and they just don't want to be themselves. Like, I don't know. It's just too hard to keep up a fake ass personality. Somebody said, not a question, but as a lesbian, I would fuck the shit out of you. Love you. Okay, girl. Okay. Are you a virgin? No. Why is this like doing that? Greatest life lesson learned that not everybody's gonna like you. It sucks, you know, but you don't even like everybody, so you can't like expect everybody to like you because honestly, if everybody likes you in life, I think it means that there's something wrong with you. And let me tell you why. Because everybody likes you, it means that you're not being true to yourself and you're flip-flopping to fit everybody else's agenda. And you can't, because if you're really you, not everybody's going to like you because not everybody's going to be like you. Why are you single? I don't want to be in a relationship. Like, I could be in one if I wanted to. But I kind of am at the point where if I'm in a relationship, I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings because I'm not, what's that word? Like monogamous. I think that's like when you only want to be with one person. I'm not that kind of person right now. And it's because I'm just so young and there's just so much shit to do in the world. And that's not for everybody. Like, that's just literally for me. I'm just too young. I don't want to like be with one person forever right now or not be able to like go out with my friends or do certain shit because I have a fucking boyfriend. I'm 18 years old. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Hold on. Let me just go to the bottom and work my way up. Sorry, guys. There's a lot. Oh, my God. Okay. Do you ever plan on moving out of Vegas? Yeah, I really want to move out of Vegas after I finish college. Now, the way that it's kind of looking right now, there might be things that I might move sooner than I would like to, but that's my plan, is to move out after I finish college. I really wanted to live in Atlanta, but it's not looking like that right now. Advice you would give your younger self and how not to give a fuck. For my younger self, I would just say, like, be patient. Like, you know, almost everything that I wanted when I was younger, I've gotten. And I wish I could be kinder to myself, like, when I was younger, and, like, tell myself more positive things about me and just be nicer to my body and, like, you know, that kind of stuff. And how not to give a fuck. I mean, honestly, you just, like, can't, like, only things that matter to you, they only matter to you because you want them to matter. Like, if you tell yourself, like, oh, I don't give a fuck about that, you're going to start to believe it. Because there's a lot of shit that I would be like even last time around this year, I don't know. Last time this year, around last year, there's a lot of shit now that I don't give a fuck about that would have, like, broke me or, like, hurt me last year. You have to train yourself. You have to, like, learn how to control your emotions. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect because I'm still working on that, but you know, why does it like, this one's like hella broke, and so it just keeps scrolling up by itself, and I wish it would not do that. How old are you? I'm 18. How did you convince your parents to allow you to start getting piercings at a young age? Okay, so I got my first piercing, this piercing, when I was 14. Honestly, I was really, really bad. So I went with my aunt to get it pierced, and then I called my mom and I told her. And she was like, I think she was looking for something. So she was like, well, if I don't find this, then you're not getting a piercing. And I was going to get it anyway. But that's what she said. So I didn't really do that. And then my belly button piercing, I got that when I was 16. And that I just asked my dad to take me. Like, I never really had to convince them. I kind of was just like, either let them know that I was getting it, or I would ask them. Because the way that I look at it, what are they going to do? Make you take it out? Or a tattoo, what are they going to do? Scratch it off? Like, they're going to be mad. But you get mad at a lot of shit in life. So when did you realize you were bi? When I was 15. What was the worst thing you hated about your old job the most? The coworkers. Not everybody. Like, some people were like cool as fuck. Like, I have friends that I met there that I'll like be friends with like probably for a really long time. But there's just a lot of people, I feel like, when you work like fast food jobs, because they've been working there so long, that they're just like fucking miserable, and they're so rude, and they make the work day much harder, but they think that it's everybody else. So probably fucking that. What do you use to dye your hair so vibrant red? I use L'Oreal High Color in red. If you could change anything that happened in the last 24 hours, what would it be? I can't say it. Okay, I can't say what I want to say, so I'll say something else. I wouldn't have bought Panda Express. I would have bought something else because I didn't even like that shit. Do you like femmes or studs? I like studs. My major in college is going to be psychology. Somebody asked that. What's your biggest regret in high school? My biggest regret in high school was that I was like scared to do things by myself. Like, I don't like going places by myself, and I feel like that held me back from a lot of stuff, like going to dances or going to games, because it's not that I never like had like somebody to be there with. It was just going by myself. Like, I didn't want to walk in by myself or have to wait to find my friends. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like that held me back from doing a lot of things, just because of like really bad anxiety and like being like judged. So I wish, because like now I don't really care. So I wish I would have like told myself that, like, even a year ago, like told myself that, like, you know, it doesn't matter if you go somewhere by yourself. Like, nobody gives a fuck. It's not a big deal if you don't make it a big deal. Has social media affected you in any way? Yeah, it doesn't affect me like that much, but on the days that it does affect me, like, it affects me like bad. But I try not to let it get to me, and most of the time I can like do that by just telling myself like, oh, it's just an app. Like, these people that like say stupid shit, they like aren't happy with themselves. But like, sometimes when you see like the same thing over and over again, like, it's gonna get to you, it's bound to. But I really try like my hardest not to let it, because it's just a fucking app. And that's what I have to like tell myself. Like, once you close the app, none of that's real. Like, I have my own real life, my own real problems. Like, I'm a real ass person at the end of the day. So that's just kind of what I tell myself. But yeah, it's affecting me in some ways. Did being a successful influencer change friendships and bonds? Yeah, because I kind of have a lot of people now that will like reach out to me that I haven't talked to in forever, or like want to try to get with me for their own benefit, as if I would ever even post them. Like, how fucking stupid. But yeah, try to get with me like for their own benefit, or like I have had like a friendship like that we're not friends anymore, not specifically because of social media, but it definitely had a part in it, because we're just going on like two different paths in life. Like, this is becoming like part of my path, and like something that I care about, because, you know, it does bring me a lot of joy. It helps me in a lot of ways, and I have fun doing it, but I also like, I take it seriously. And I feel like people don't, unless you're like in that position, you don't understand it, that it is something that needs to be taken seriously. And that, I don't know, we're on like different paths, and it was just like, you know. But favorite color. My favorite color is purple. How do you keep your hair so healthy? I moisturize it a lot. Like, I use oil and I use a lot of conditioner, but right now it's really fucking dry. But yeah, worst fear. I have a fear of dying. I'm not like I'm not necessarily afraid to die. Like, I know we all die, but I have a fear of it. because of life after death. So not necessarily dying, like we all have to die, I know that, but life after death, like what it is, that like scares me a lot. And I believe in God and everything, so I believe in going to heaven, but I also believe in science. So like, you know, it just kind of, that's a longer video. Like I can't even get on that. Have you, the most trouble you gotten in at school? I was not really a bad student. Like my parents never really played like that. You mostly like for talking back, like that. I have a big ass mouth. That's probably what it is. Like talking back or just being a fucking dick to teachers. Like I had my English teacher in 10th grade. She would give us so much work, and all the time I'd be like, why are we doing this? And she would be like, because it's part of my curriculum. And I'd be like, well, this is stupid. Like, because it was stupid. It was just like busy work because she didn't want to teach us. That's how I felt. So the most trouble I ever got in at school was for my mouth. Like I just don't know when to quit, honestly. Do you have any advice for the LGBT community? Yes. Be yourself. You know, if you are part of the community and you're not like ready to come out, don't let anybody force you to come out, especially to your parents, because at the end of the day, you know your parents better than anybody else. So don't let anybody force you or pressure you like into coming out. That's probably like my biggest advice. Plans for summer. I'm just gonna live like awesome. Like I don't have a job right now. I don't really need one. I just kind of want one because I don't like being in the house all the time. Like I don't like being bored. So that's the only reason I would get one. So honestly, all I'm gonna do all summer is just live, like to be honest. You prefer dating a boy or a girl? I prefer dating girls, but I like boys like better, but I prefer dating girls. Like, does that make sense? Are you religious? I'm not like overly religious, but I'm a Christian, like, but I'm not like super duper overly religious. Would you snitch on your friend if she was messing with your other friend's boyfriend? No, I would definitely like talk to her. Like that's like a really hard situation, because at the same time, like you have one homegirl like, damn bitch, this bitch is fucking your boyfriend, but then it's like, damn, the person fucking your boyfriend is my other homegirl. Like, so it's like a bad situation. I guess it all boils down to is which homegirl are you closer to type shit. Like if you're closer to the one with the boyfriend, then you gotta pull your friend aside and be like, bitch, okay, so and so is fucking your boyfriend, like, you know, I'm down with you, I'm vibing with you, like what do you want to do? But if it's like the other way around, you gotta pull your homegirl aside and be like, you know, I don't agree with what you're doing, but like that's you. So I don't know, probably not though. Honestly, I would probably just like tell my fucking sister and be like, this is so crazy. But if shit hits the fan and they're like, well, you knew about it, then you're fucked. So I don't know. That's a hard ass situation. Courtney, I guess, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Okay, in 10 years, I'll be 28. No, that's a really good question. In 10 years, I'll be 28. So okay, this is probably gonna like surprise you guys, but I would like to be married. I know what you're thinking, Jordan, what? Yeah, I know. I would like to be married. I don't know if I would necessarily want kids, but if I had to have kids, probably just like one at that time. But I just want to be like, personally, like that's all like a want, but in 10 years I feel like I need to be successful and established in my life. Am I successful? I don't mean just financially, I mean like spiritually and mentally. Like I want to be happy, set for life, and just like doing all around good in life. So that's hopefully where I see myself in 10 years, just like being happy. And my happiness does include money, so happy with a lot of money. Yes. Favorite thing about being 18 besides being able to do what you want because you do it 18 or not? Favorite thing about being 18, on like that, you answered it, being able to do whatever I want. Like I have times where my mom's like, oh, well, you can't go out, and I'm like, well, yes I can. So I don't know. If you got drunk, who would you call? That boy. Baby, I just miss you so much. Like, you know, I really fuck with you. Like, that boy. What is worst case scenario when it comes to being out with your friends? They are fucking messy. They're messy as hell. Like, that's always what it boils down to. They're hella messy and they like to talk so much shit, and we just get ourselves into stuff. What else? Do you draw or paint? Yeah, I like to paint. I'm actually probably gonna paint after I upload this video, because I just need to take my mind off of life. But yeah, I like to paint, but I don't do it too much because I feel like if I do it too much, it won't be fun for me anymore. Has someone ever snitched on you? Yeah, but like, it's whatever. I wouldn't do that shit back though. What do people call you other than Jordan? Joe, Jordy, Sugar Mama. Yeah, bitch. I think that's it. Best ways to deal with self-doubt. Best ways to deal with self-doubt, especially for me, is I just kind of take a step back and I look at like what I've done for myself, because I'm not like a negative person, but I do tend to focus like on the negatives in situations because I'm a realist. Like, I look at the positive and the negative in every situation, but I sometimes look at the negative more. So I have to like take a step back and like look at my accomplishments and be like, you know what, bitch, like, you're doing a good job. Like, you can't get everything exactly when you want it, but you're gonna have everything when you need it, and that, you know, not everything comes to you when you want it because you might not be ready for it. So I feel like that is the best way to deal with self-doubt. Hold on, I'm trying to find another one for you guys. What's something that turned you off immediately in bed? What? I don't, like, I guess breath. Like, I don't do anything with your breath stinks. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care how much I'm feeling you, I will not do that. How do you deal with fake friends? You don't. You cut them off. Fake friends will always stab you in your back. Like, I understand that they're fun, because I had some fake ass friends. Those bitches are fun as fuck, but I can't depend on you. What Dirk said, you gotta be a snake to hang around your snakes. You do. You gotta be a fake ass bitch to hang around some fake ass bitches and know that they're fake ass bitches. You do. Like, there's no way. There is no fucking way. If you are surrounding yourself with fake ass bitches, especially because a lot of the times the excuse is I want to have fun, because I get that. I had some fake ass friends and they were fun as fuck. But if you're surrounding yourself around hella snakes, you're a snake yourself. I'm sorry. Like, what's the fucking reason? If you're hella solid and you're hella real, why do you want to surround yourself around that? Because that's not you. That's not your character. Why do you want to surround yourself around that? Think about it. Okay, I'm gonna answer like 2 more. Do you want kids? For a long time I didn't, but I definitely do probably want like 2 or 3. But later in life, like, I couldn't have kids, like, young abortion. But yeah, later in life for sure I want kids. I don't know. I don't want to carry them naturally though. But like, I mean, fuck it, you know? How many siblings do you have? I have 7. Okay, let's find a good one. How do you manage to be so carefree? Like I said, you control what you give a fuck about. Like, obviously there's certain shit that you should give a fuck about, like, especially like stuff that comes with like family, but you control what you care about at the end of the day. And if you don't give a fuck about something, then you just don't give a fuck. Like, you really have to tell yourself like, oh, I don't care. Even if you do, the more you say it to yourself, you're gonna start to believe it, especially if it's like dealing with a partner. The more you don't believe it, that's just how it is. You tell yourself that you don't give a fuck and you won't. I promise. It's going to be hard at first, for sure. But the more, like, you are like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I don't give a fuck about this person or the situation. That shit's going to start to ring true for you, for real. Okay, one more. How do you know who not to tell your business to? How do you know who not to tell your business to? Pay attention to what they tell you. If you know so-and-so's business, but you don't even know so-and-so, and you heard it from Jesse, like Jesse told you so-and-so's business, but you've never even spoke to so-and-so, don't tell your business to Jesse. Because why are you doing that? Especially when they come to you being like, oh, Blank told me not to tell nobody this, so why are you telling me? They told you not to tell nobody, why are you telling me? That's how you know who not to tell your business to. Pay attention to what they say to you. Pay attention to what they tell you. And you will know, like, oh, I can't trust this bitch. But okay, I had a lot of fun. I'll probably do a part 2 to that. I had a lot of fun. I really liked that. So yeah, let me know if you guys want part 2 of a Q&A video. Let me know what videos you guys want next. Turn on the post notification bell so you guys never miss when I post. Follow my Instagram at jordanairiyah and my TikTok and my Twitter at Jordan from Vegas with a Z. I have a lot more videos coming from you guys. My break is over and I have a lot of ideas that I am happy to share with you guys, especially now that I have more time. So yeah, just get active, guys. Bye, homegirls. Bye, homeboys.